Hello gamers and welcome to Steel Division League Season 12. The event is organized by Green, thanks a lot for that, and don't forget that you can still sign up for the Fantasy League organized by Reef if you watch that on the day of release, this video, or maybe on Friday, because you've got about one week after the league has started to sign up for Fantasy League and create your own team. And yeah, Steel Division League Season 12 is organized in 5 divisions. Lots of players participate, so that's really cool. And this is the beginning of my coverage. I will try to cast as many games as possible. Also check out Commander Owl and Tech Power. Of those two, I know they will cover Steel Division League for sure. Probably Vulcan as well. So check out all the other channels as well. We try to not double cast games. The first game I want to cover first is a matchup between DJ Spetznasty and Bumblebeepotatoe. It's a Division 5 matchup. They play in Group B. There are 3 groups in Division 5, and they play in a group with Limingtons, Ruskis, and Moneyman. And like I said, DJ Spetznasty and Bumblebeepotatoe. It's the first game that was submitted to the Discord, and I want to focus on covering Division 5 anyway. So the matchup, the first match will take place on Tannenberg, and DJ Spetznasty goes for Fallschirmpanzer Hermann Göring balanced, and he will face Bumblebeepotatoe playing 3rd Canadian balanced. We'll take a quick look at the diff of Spetznasty first. And yeah, it's a very decent diff, but it's a bit difficult to build because of the slot distribution. Let's jump through the tabs very quickly. You get the Aufklärer, you get SPWs, which is currently very good in the meta, and he also goes with the Aufklärungspanzer 3M. Really nice, even with APCR shells if need be. And that's a that's a decent tab. Personally, yeah, you got some more choices here and there, but yeah, decent choices here. It's interesting that he upvets the Aufklärer. I don't know why he does that. I think it doesn't give you a bonus on stealth or optics. At least it's not shown. It might. Let me know in the comments, but I think it does not. Infantry tab, Sturmpioneers, Leaders, Valkyrie, that's a unit that seems good, but whenever I take it, it's kind of like shite, because it can't do anything properly. It's not really CQC, it's kind of not really mid-range. It's mid-range-ish, but you cannot even upvet it, so it's a bit meh. In practice, I think. And a Pioneer unit, Panzerfaust troops here also single-vetted. Sturm Pioneers, you could theoretically double-vet them. You lose 3, so Sturm Grenadiers, very decent mid-range squad. They shred everything at mid-range, and more Panzer Grenadiers with the Panzerfaust, and then in C-phase unvetted Panzergrants. Yeah, and he ran out of Opel Blitzers. And he did not put anyone in the SDK of Zeds, which he could have done. But he prefers speed. Tank tab, you get Panzer Force. He puts a lot of Panzer Force in A phase with a balanced deck, and he also has all these Panzer 3s here. So maybe that's a bit of an overkill in A phase with the Panzer Force. Double-vetted Tigers, that's a good call. And it has to be double-vetted actually, but personally I would have probably put one of the Panzer 4 cards in C phase. In the support tab, Flamers, single-vetted. It's arguable whether you should single-vet them or not. If they encounter, because they are there to, hold the front line and grab flags, maybe win a CQC fight, and they would win against the not microed Pioneer unit, for example. But if they face another Flamer and then they will win thanks to being single-vetted. MG42, Grille in A-Phase, single-vetted, Kommandant, and then Sturmtiger. Interesting that he picks the Kommandant because he only has one leader, so I think it'll be difficult to build up a leader network. Maybe he wants to use it for his AA or so, I don't know. Pak 38, really good, usually trades up, as does the Marder. Panzerschrecks in B-Phase, interestingly single-vetted, maybe for that extra accuracy. And then the Jagdpanzer 4 in B-Phase. It's a good Jagdpanzer. Anti-air, single-vetted, 20 mils. They are single-vetted, they are still not very good. Personally, I would have preferred the Gepards because you can double-vet them and still get 3. And they are mobile and have armor. And there's also the SDKFZ in A-Phase. You don't need all of them, I think, in A-Phase. And yeah, artillery. Very good choice here with the 2 mortars. And in B-Phase he goes for the Schwere Feldhaubitze, and in C-Phase as well. If you want to play the artillery game, I think that's a good call. Both of them come with ammunition, which is a good call because he doesn't bring any here. And he wants to play the artillery game with these, so I think it's a good call. In the air tap, he went for this rocket plane, bad resilience, it's really shite. Probably not even worth it. He's got some range, it's only coming in B-Phase when the opponent probably already has some AA, potentially. It might be better to bring a cheap Junkers in A-Phase. You can micro it as well with the 2 bombs. And, you know, just to force enemy AA, or maybe even this for strafing, and just for strafing. It's a bit fast though. Yeah, not the greatest air tap in Hermann Göring's division. Now let's take a look at, maybe I would have gone for the Recon plane instead. You know. Let's take a look at the 3rd Canadian. I think 3rd Canadian, currently a very strong division. You get lots of good tools. In the Recon tab, he goes for the Humber Mark III. Not sure, it's not that great. You have very limited range. It can annoy the enemy for sure though. But, you know, you could go for your Recon units in a special car. That's a bit annoying as well, like the Stuart Recce can be annoying. And I think they've got somewhere they've got like this one can be a little bit annoying and it's cheap. It's obviously slow, but you know, have another one like this. I'm not sure if they've got the one with the mortar MMG here. Yeah, but this can kill half tracks. But then again, he doesn't know that DJ Spetznasty doesn't come with any. Here's the mortar carrier, which I think is pretty cool. It doesn't bring any SDKFZs with his infantry. The stack count, really decent tool, can be sneaky as well, decent range, deals decent damage as well. Then infantry tab, assault pioneers, unvetted, that's a good call I think. Field engineers, they also just have to throw their stuff. Rifles Piat, I actually like the Piat quite a bit because the 200-meter range is quite cool, also in Yellow Forest, and I think it feels to me they hit more often than only 50%. Rifles leader, stormtroopers, also in the white truck, with shock trade in B-Phase, Rifles Piat in B-Phase, Rifles leader, so lots of leader play here. And then the very good Kangaroo rifles, you might even consider double vetting them. They are really good, three brands, automatic rifles. They've got the bazooka, 15 men strong. They are currently one of the best, if not the best, infantry unit. Then Stuart's in A-Phase, Sherman's double vetted, good call here. German commander in B-Phase, yet another leader. So he's got leaders in A phase, B phase, and then again B phase, and then also Firefly in B phase. Really good choices. He doesn't go for the swimming Sherman. It's a bit slower. On a water map, you'd probably go for the Sherman and maybe do some shenanigans. Really good anti-tank tab with the 6-pounder without radar trait, but still very good. Wolverines, only AP shells, and then 17-pounders, very powerful AT weapon. Inter-air, 2 cards of Bofors is all you need to be happy. And then he goes for double vetted 107mm mortars. That's going to be interesting to see how they perform. And then also the Priest. The Priest is a really good tool. He even upvets it to give it maybe that extra rate of fire. Not sure if it's worth it, to be honest. Personally, I would not upvet it, I think. So that you can create a wolf pack in A phase already with 2. Famous wolf pack strategy by Obotango. And then you get spotters. Also not sure why he upvets them. And then you get some heavy artillery in B phase. It does not come with a supply, but he does have supply here. Yeah, I think because you've got the priests, which are really cool, and they also have an unlimited range, I think it's possibly worth it putting that in C phase in a balanced deck. Or alternatively put the priests in C phase, because I don't think you call in all of them, and you don't need the options, I think. Then the Mosquito can be super annoying in A phase. Spitfire, Mosquito in B phase with rockets to shoot them off from a distance. Yeah, an okay air tap. Personally, I would have gone for the All-Star Mark III because it's really slow, so you're above the target quite long, and you also get the radio. And you just need to target the ground as long as there is radio coverage, and then it'll be maintained, for the entire salvo. So it can be really powerful. It also triggers AA call-ins, so it's actually a really cool thing to have those cheap planes, in my opinion, for Recon. Okay, let's jump into the game. Here we are on Tannenberg. On the left-hand side, we've got Bumblebeepotatoe playing 3rd Canadian. On the right-hand side, we've got DJ Spetznasty playing as Fallschirmpanzer Hermann Göring. And it's interesting because I think that 3rd Canadian will have the edge in the town. Usually this is fought over quite heftily. And then Fallschirmpanzer Hermann Göring might have the slight edge in the open with the Sturmtiger in B phase. But yeah, it remains to be seen, because then again you can get lots of side shots in from here, and also what you can do is call out the 17-pounders or the Firefly. So that will help 3rd Canadian quite a bit. Often players try to do some shenanigans here in the north and grab this flag sneakily. This is usually fought over quite a bit, and some shenanigans are possible here as well, but they are a bit rare. So usually lots of fighting takes place here and also in here. Red side gets a really nice aggressive church here, and blue only gets a very defensive church. On the other side, there's no church for red, but lots of good spots where you can put your infantry, and you can even put an Aufklärer or something in here, and most units will just drive past and not notice, even if you push. And blue gets a very nice church here. Bear in mind that the line of sight tool doesn't take into account elevation, and if you're in a high building, meaning a church, then you can look further. Okay, let's take a look at how they deploy. Bumblebeepotatoe puts a lot of troops into this forest. maybe he's got a negative experience, but he also brings a 17-pounder, so he wants to aggressively shut down this area, and then maybe to support a later push. Defensive deployment here, and a little bit of aggressive deployment here with the assault pioneers. The rifles leader comes in a special vehicle, you know, with a recce kind of thingy. Is it a recce? Armored person, yeah, it's a carrier, MMG carrier. Then in the center, that's going to be super interesting, I think, because we see the 2-inch mortars here. And then in the north, there's a Wolverine, and this is a rather aggressive deployment. Then DJ Spetznasty on the other side, he goes for like a standard deployment, a bit defensively, trying to secure this flag as well. In the center, also very defensive. He puts an Aufklärer in the church. Over here, he is also pushing quite a bit into here, but without mortar support and with less flamers, but also with the leader. This is going to be interesting. And here he really wants to hold this flag. And yeah, let's say like an aggressive defensive deployment, kind of. Not too aggressive. No Recon unit here, but the SPW. So we'll see how that goes. I think most interesting is going to be to see the fight in the center. Can you hear? I think you can't hear that much. I will turn up the volume a bit. At least it doesn't show that you hear much, but yeah, should be okay. Where will be the first clash? Turn up a bit more. Be rather unnoticeable. Okay. SPW against stack count. Oh, SPW misses with its heat shells. Now it will shoot the heat shells. You don't need it against the stack count. It did win. It might be worth microing the heat shells and switch them off. And here we've got the Wolverine. I need to turn on the volume a bit, otherwise it's a bit too risky. The Wolverine, it's SPW, good micro here. And in the center, nothing has happened so far. SPW goes down, probably to the steward. Or a sneaky shot by the stack count. Nice play here by Bumblebeepotatoe. This is all very defensive here. It's not yet given the move order forward for the 17-pounder or any of the other units. And he's now continuing with his leader play. The triple star mortars, thanks to the leader, are moving forward. Now this is going to be interesting here in the center. And there's the mortar support for DJ Spetznasty. The Valkyrie is actually fighting back the rifle spearhead in the open. So well done, you. Marder trying to safeguard this road a bit. No micro here for the APCR. You can switch that off. Slight push here with the armor. Panzer Grenadier out in the open. It's not in the house, so he kind of misclicked during deployment, I think. Can happen easily. And it happens a lot to me in Wano. I think it's more difficult to aim at a house correctly in Wano. And first mortar shots, quite a distance against the stewards. He could also use his... Yeah, it's a bit too risky to use the Marder, but there's a Panzer 4 and there's an Aufklärungspanzer 3 as well. The Panzer 3s are really good tools and they usually trade up, but you must remember to micro your APCR shells, because the APCR 1 kilometer range, 150 millimeter penetration, and the AP shells have 100 millimeter penetration, and that's good enough against most allied tools at closer ranges, unless there's like a Sherman at range, then you won't pen usually. but in the early stages for sure it's worth switching that off and then switching it on as need be, because also you need to consider that the APCR shell does 3 damage and this does 6. So yeah, a light tank usually has 8 health and you need 3 hits to kill, and a tank has 10, so you need 4 hits with the APCR. Also a 2-inch mortar up here. How is this going to end? Assault Pioneers. What you can do is when you are... Okay, very good shelling here of the mortar. What you can do is target the ground so that you don't move when you actually have to move because of the fire. Good micro here by Bumblebeepotatoe moving this back. And yeah, he did not account when he aimed for the forward movement, but it's just about enough. And yeah, he moved back and got pinned down for it. Take a quick look, nothing happening down here. This unit is just, safeguarding this entrance, and, probably to prevent a push with vehicles, like trucks, I mean. And then this is actually a good position for that. Another 17-pounder here that, yeah, it's now moving forward, very good. And this one is now in position as well. In the center, yeah, the Assault Pioneers pushing back the Sturm Pioneers. There's a first Bofors. General rule of thumb is what you will often hear, only call the AA when needed, or if you've got like points left. Currently not needed, and I don't think there are that many points left. Bumblebeepotatoe though grabbed the flag. This one here in the north, and the Priest DD is a really good tool in the early game, and it's a nice combined arms push also with leader support, so that's really well played. But there is some other one and the Panzer coming. I'm not sure why the Aufklärungspanzer is not engaging. The Wolverine obviously is a threat and can trade nicely as well. Now this came to a standstill, this holding the line because the scouts don't maintain the front line as it's a wrecking unit. And there's a mortar now coming in, double vetted. 177 millimeters, that will be interesting. And Bumblebeepotatoe actually needs some units here. Yeah, and he's aiming at the flag, but or behind the flag, but there's actually nothing. Good push now by DJ Spetznasty. He's being pressured here, so he's pushing back here. That's what lots of very good players do as well. If you tend to lose one side, just grab the flags on the other side and make like a trade. At range, the Panzer Grants with their two MG42s will shred the Commonwealth infantry. Now, this mortar we're going to see it in action. Look at how teeny tiny the spread is. It's not even radio. I mean, that's incredible. Look at that. I mean, look at the spread here. It's the distance and the veterancy. It's like pinpoint accurate. Raining hell on the Valkyrie. About to pin it down, but it does not. Sherman, good call for the town fight. The Priest is now in action as well, but this is a massive spread here. The leader is in danger, so the 2-inch mortar strategy did not work out because there were too few infantry units, and DJ Spetznasty used the exact moment when he could push to actually do it. Now the Panzer Force will be able to deal with the Shermans, but the Shermans can trade up because they can penetrate them. So a Stuck would be the Sherman killer, but there's no Stuck in this division. And also Spetznasty is now calling in air force, but there's no need for that. So both players investing in AA without the necessity. And now obviously DJ Spetznasty doesn't know, but he could continue the push a bit further. The carrier is going to be a bit of an obstacle though. So he would need some AA support, some AT support here. There's no AT unit. Now there's a standstill here, some smoke probably by the 2-inch mortar to allow the Piat to push forward. The puck coming, this is going to be in a very precarious position, but it's a good call. Okay, now we see the first Air Force. And yeah, unfortunately the investment in AA was down here. Not unloaded, not forward enough. And 2 Spitfires actually at the same time, that's nasty. And yeah, hard to react to. But now he knows that he's got so much AA, so much air, so he needs to react maybe with a fighter as well. Valkyrie coming in. 13-11 for Spetznasty thanks to the push in the center. Really untypical for a German division to push to win this area. Lots of queued orders here. The Rifles Piat pushing. Panzer III got hit. But the Wolverine went down. I missed that, unfortunately. Probably to the Marder. But he's using the APCR. That's a waste. Also, this is using the APCR. And yeah, it's under pressure now from the 6-pounder. In particular, Allied players, in particular with radar trait, AT guns, which he doesn't have, are really nasty in here because it's a good range to kill stuff that's in this area. Now there's a Bf 109 in the north. And lots of Panzer IVs now here. And there's lots of space. He could now push forward. There's another Panzer IV coming. That's a good call to support this. And there's a sneaky attack here. But this won't grab the flag because, you know, it's a Recon unit. And here he did micro the APCR. That's good. Not sure why he doesn't do it on the other units. Firefly now coming in. Probably to deal with the Panzer IVs. It's a bit of a tough call because the Panzers can also deal with the Firefly. Okay, now it's good that he's got the AA. The thing is, these are light payload bombers, so they have a very, very quick reload time. And they bombed the Marder, and the Marder is open top, so it can go down as it actually does. So 2 17-pounders, and yeah, I think what he would have needed here as well to safeguard the positions, but he would have needed some of those 6-pounders here. So for example, a 6-pounder here could easily take out the Panzer IV, I presume, at least. Yeah, with 170, even with the AP shells. It would be no problem whatsoever. So we'll see. The Shermans have a secret stat that's a stabilizer, and that helps in town fights and with firing on the move. And good call here by Bumblebeepotatoe to push forward. It actually gives him this flag together with the Stormtrooper here, because he lost his flag in the center. He's also pushing there now. Field engineers trying to get their satchels off. Was it called? Yeah, their TNT. And they kill a Stormtrooper. Now the mortars did not really pay off in my opinion. Also this Q move, this shift Q order is actually quite nice, but yeah, already yeah, their front line is here and they are standing right in front of each other. The distance from the closest units to the front line is the same for both sides, you know, theoretically speaking. So if your unit is standing right at the front line, you know that on the other side there's about the same distance to the front line. There must be like an enemy unit somewhere. He actually changed it, so that's a good call. But yeah, but the Pioneer moved away. And in the north, Spetznasty could theoretically push, but obviously he doesn't know about the heavy investment into the 17 pounders here. What you can notice here is that the 17 pounders are blinking, and some other units like this Firefly are not blinking. And the blinking actually means that the blue player in this case cannot see them. And if they don't blink, he can see them, and vice versa. So for example, this HMG is currently not spotted. The AA is. Now he's attacking the center. Good that he's actually moving around with his Air Force. Yeah, some kind of random strikes. Not too efficient in this case. The Humber actually stopped. Now he's shelling area that's already been gained, but obviously it's very, very difficult to micro everything at the same time. If you were a Division 1 player, you could do that, and that's why you are a Division 1 player. And in lower divisions, not only 5th, but also 4th and potentially 3rd, you know, it's really, really difficult. And as you can see, there's lots going on kind of everywhere. In the south, there's pushes going on in the center, upper and lower center, and also in the north. There was some action, but now it's a bit calm there. Now let's see the Firefly engaging the Jagdpanzer shooting back, and the Firefly going down. That's a massive blow. And now the T-34s are coming. And the schwere Feldhaubitze. Another Firefly. The answer here would be, you know, the Firefly you would want to use in the north, where there's more open ground. And then here I personally prefer using the 6 pounders. And now the 7 pounder is in 17 pounder is in action, firing at the T-34. First shot misses, second shot misses. Will there be a third? No. And now it's been spotted, and we'll see if he's going to aim for it. No, not yet. I think the schwere Feldhaubitze is put on counter battery. That's why it's going for the priest. Still tough fights going on here in the center. Theoretically speaking, Commonwealth should win this, in particular with the mortar support and stuff. Lots of mortars, but it's not looking too good here for Bumblebeepotatoe. It's actually looking better here with regards to flags. Much better, but even though there's hardly anything holding the front line. The 70 pounder went down to the BF 109. If you don't have AA here, and you know you're a high value target like an important target like the 70 pounder gets spotted, you know your enemy has Air Force, I think it's recommendable to move your 17 pounder and maybe just pull it back so that the enemy loses line of sight, and then push it forward at a slightly different spot again. And now we see the 140 mil mortar, 140 mil tube artillery as well. Now the priest is moving, good micro here, and the pioneer is actually doing a good job. And there's another line already. This should be behind the units theoretically. Play it a bit safer. Bumblebeepotatoe now in the lead. as could be kind of expected in this matchup, considering the divisions and the map. Now 2 Shermans and a Firefly engaging. What's the Panzer IV going at? Yeah, he gets hit by the Sherman. There's some dodgy line of sight, as you can see here. They should not have seen each other according to the line of sight tool. That's one reason why I don't really like town fights, and that's why I hate Haushaye, because the lines of sight are so unpredictable for me, and for the line of sight tool as well. Panzer IV goes down, and now the Flak 38 is in imminent danger. And a very sneaky field engineer, nice micro here to switch that off. What you can also do is just switch off individual weapons. So you could, for example, just switch off the rifles, because at 100 meter range you will most likely be spotted anyway, and then you can as well get the chance for the first shot. We can see a massive Sturm Pioneer movement here, and he wisely moves them here. Yeah, he does. Because if they went here and tried to unload here, they'd be likely to die. And then we see a massive Stormtrooper field engineer push in armored vehicles. Yeah, obviously Spetznasty doesn't know that he's got the upper hand in the north. He's not grabbing his flag back. Does have another schwere Feldhaubitze. It's a good micro that you put some distance between the schwere Feldhaubitze and the ammunition truck. Another Spitfire. It sees the Storm Gran, but there's too much AA now. Opel Blitz goes down to the Firefly. Yeah, that's the end for the Spitfires. Oh, it even goes down. But I think it did a good job in overall. Panzer IV here is in a good position, but you can't really shoot down behind that. So it's good for Red to reinforce, in particular on this road. This road can get a little bit tricky eventually. It's not unloading, I don't know why. And I think both divisions, Stuart goes down, both divisions do have off maps, and no player brought an off map. Okay, he goes for a ground attack on the Sherman position, and this one on the Firefly. Oh! Firefly goes down to the rocket plane. It's not an AT rocket plane, so that's pretty cool that it goes down. But the Sherman now goes down as well, probably to the Panzer IV. What you can do after the ground attack, you can shift Q orders as well. I think he didn't, to redirect it to a site where there's no AA, or where you expect there to be no AA, and then also move it back to your front line if you want to keep it on the field, or move it to a site and then give it and then queue a retreat order, the evac order, I should say. Rifles Piat are going to lose. They're going to walk around now. You can micro them. If you now ground target, they will keep standing, but against this overwhelming force, they don't stand a chance. Both players kind of given up on mortar play here. We see the first Kangaroo rifles. Tiger is still going into position. 17-pounder. It will be out of range, I think, if he doesn't move too far. Yeah, he does not. They also have the tank rider trait, so they get less stressed if they are next to a tank with that trait. And in this case, this trait is even held by the Kangaroo. They kind of walked next to each other. Now let's see which player can get an encirclement. This was smoked. Oh. and field engineers and the stormtroopers might get surrounded. Spitfire in for the rescue, but misses. But this probably won't reconnect. Unfortunately for Spetznasty, the leader goes down. Good play there overall. Firefly goes down to the Tiger. They are standing a bit close to each other, and the leader could hop into a house where it's safer and, you know, less likely to be spotted. The supply truck going here to repair the Firefly turret. It might be worthwhile, you know, falling back the Firefly as well, because this will be in imminent danger. And this can't see anything anyway. Yeah. This unit is blinking, so it's actually a good call to shoot this position. Now we see lots of artillery. And it's on counter battery, evidently. This one ain't. Priest is open top, so it can theoretically go down. But the Schwerfeldhaubize has a bit of a spread. Carrier going down. Yeah, here you can see there's lots of spread. Now with the Recon plane that could not have flown here, but it could have flown here. Oh, Wolverine goes down to the Panzer IV. And then the Bofors would have shot. And then quickly the Schwerfeldhaubize could have been targeted at the Bofors with radio given by the plane. And then, you know, that would die. Pretty much for sure against 3 Schwerfeldhaubize. And yeah. We are already 5 minutes, 6 minutes in C phase, and Bumblebeepotatoe is in the lead, but it's a very, very close game. Both players doing a very good job fighting at several fronts at the same time. That's quite impressive, actually. Good micro here to attack the Valkyrie from the side. Bit of an odd target, but the Valkyrie is giving line of sight and is a threat to the engineer that was holding the flag, and the Valkyrie taking back the flag. Mosquito getting the shots off, and that might be enough to take it down. Yeah, but then it turns to the left and is taken out. There's an SDK Z71 now. Now the Vickers will go down, and then the flag will fall back to Spetznasty. We don't see that much kangaroo play. There are like 2 kangaroos here. With the automatic rifles, they can fight in CQC. And they're now a threat for the Panzer IV. So this is very ballsy. Because look at this. There has to be a unit here. And there could theoretically be an AT unit here as well. And I'm pretty sure the Panzer IV will go down now. But it needs to move to the edge of the forest. This unit has been spotted, so the kangaroo could be targeted at it. But it's still on the Q move order. Oh, this is very unfortunate. And now he redirects it. Good. And let's see the power of the Piat. And there we go. 50% accuracy. Sneaky field engineer here. We won't do much but give line of sight. He's now protecting his flank because he had enough of these shenanigans. Spetznasty did. They are out of ammo almost. But the Schwerfeldhaubize is still firing. Still firing at the very same priest. So this is a huge investment for no effect whatsoever. Forcing a little bit of micro, but if your opponent has mobile artillery, armored mobile artillery. It's almost not worth doing this counter battery, in particular not with the schwere Feldhaubitze, but Castor's Curse, it goes down as I say that, but you can see how much effort was put into that, and I think the priest is 90 points, and this is 120 plus the ammunition, so much larger investment. He's redirecting his multi-mill now, that's good, but obviously you don't know, there might be more than just one, and I think, without me noticing, he took down the EL55 as well, because it had been called in before, or is it just parked here the whole time? That's possible as well. There's the priest replacement. Jagdpanzer now supported by Armada pushing forward, the Valkyrie holding this, the Sturm Pioneer went into here, and at range the German units should now shred Commonwealth. No, the very defensive 17 pounders actually didn't pay off. They would be needed against this push now, like here. Bumblebeepotatoe in the lead though, 20 minutes left, and he is ticking Spetznasty. But this flag is about to fall. But there's a sneaky Humber, but there's also a sneaky Panzerschreck. Kangaroo rifle in enemy territory, which means it cannot recover from stress, and it goes down. Now let's see, what is he targeting with this? He is targeting the Pak 38. That's a good call. And this is going for the HMG. Spotter's not unloaded yet. It seems to me that Bumblebeepotatoe calls in his units and clicks where he goes, where he wants them to go. But what you can do is if you press the unloaded, if you click on your unit when you call it in up here, and then before you click on here where you want your spotter to go, press your unloaded position button, which is Z by default, or might be Y on a American or UK keyboard layout, and then you call it in and it will unload at this position. So you can ensure that it actually unloads. Now Wolverine against Jagdpanzer 4, this is kind of like a bit of a decisive fight. Supported by the 17 pounder as well, it would appear. Even though there should be no line of sight. And it bounces. That's incredible. 3 BF-109s, that's actually good that he uses that many. And it's rewarded because the third one was the one that took out this. And yeah, Bumblebeepotatoe did not on time shift the focus, but 1 BF-109 goes down. Now this is shooting still at the park position, but DJ Spetznasty moved it, so good call here. This nearly kills the spotters. It's a very clutch game. It's a good game to start league casts. Sturmgrants going down. They've been resupplied and are shelling, but they are being counter-batteried, I see. So maybe they've been... Yeah, well, he's manually targeting this because this is a mortar. But you see the spread is immense. I think it's just not reflected here because the spread, look at that, is enormous. Now the Valkyrie will surely go down to the Kangaroo rifles. The Valkyries are really not that good. They seem good on paper, but they are not on the field. Another artillery piece. More kangaroo rifles and the leader. Good call by Spetznasty to not just push forward because it's a bit risky. But Bumblebeepotatoe sees the tiger, and that's why he moved forward his 17-pounder. And now it's going to fight the tiger, even though it should not see it, according to the line of sight tool. But it does, and it's being shot at. Tiger still reacting, and now moving back. Good micro here. Will it get away? It's only a little bit stressed. Didn't take any damage. B409, really good call in here. Oh, but he didn't see it. He probably, yeah, I don't know. Also movement now. That's a good call. So actually it is as if Bumblebeepotatoe listened to what I've said earlier. Really good micro here. In the center now. I don't think the game will be decided in the center. Both players are fighting too hard over it. I feel like Spetznasty could and eventually will push to the north. I don't see Bumblebeepotatoe gaining any flags anytime soon. He's on the brink of defeat-ish in the center, where he might actually lose the flag if he doesn't reinforce. Yeah, he's reinforcing now, good. And in the south, I don't see him pushing Spetznasty out. And now the Panzer III, what I said from the get-go, will trade up. Bofors here now to protect the 17-pounder. Spotter's obviously in a very good position. Kangaroo rifles under pressure from the tiger. Yeah, but the tiger will get attacked by the 17-pounder in a moment. Stewart here to help in the town fight. No push here in the north. Some fighting going on though. It'll be interesting to see the statistics of those double-vetted 4.2 inch mortars. Now, Spetznasty actually, a bit surprisingly, took the center, and that brought him the lead. And that is because, Bumblebeepotatoe did not reinforce on time. And yeah, the mortars came too late. And the artillery is occupied in the town, where he's about to lose a flag as well. With 12 minutes left, I don't see Bumblebeepotatoe pushing back into the game. He got a bit out-traded, I think, with the Wolverines and stuff. There's a 17-pounder here, holding this, but it's not going to be enough because he lost the center. The kangaroos are doing nothing. They could maybe be, redirected to the town fight. Also, the kangaroos could be really helpful against the panzers that are still here. Oh, the big artillery piece went down to the counter battery as well. We've seen HMG, but why? He got the flag back, but he's down one flag, Bumblebeepotatoe is, because of this. Ooh, Pak 38 will have no problem. And the good micro here, turning off the APCR shells. And that's going to be it. Oh, a bounce. And there it goes. Priest going down to the schwere Feldhaubitze. It's looking grim for Bumblebeepotatoe now. He needs to grab a flag. 17-pounder engaging the Sturmtiger. We will see the Sturmtiger in action. There we go. Boom. Yeah, nothing left of the 17-pounder. It's like the unicorn unit of Fallschirmpanzer Hermann Göring. 175mm frontal armor. Both players did a really good job in kind of staying in the game. But now it's shifted towards Spetznasty. Also, you know, now it goes down. Not sure to what. Was it the kangaroo? You know, instead of the stormtroopers here, it would be better to have the kangaroos with the Piats in position. Priest DDs. You do have heat. There's still the Tigger here. Sturmtiger. Is it going to shoot? Why is it not? What is it doing? It's ground targeting this, it would appear. But why? Because of the front line, there can't be anything in here. Because this unit is here, so there would be a unit here, kind of. And there's surely no unit here, otherwise the front line would be kind of here. And that's why there's the bulge, because there's a unit here and nothing here, so that's why there's the bulge. Mosquito going in, but there's too much AA now on the field. It will go down. Won't even take out the Marder. A 6-pounder coming in. Those 6-pounders would have been helpful early on in the town fight. Because I'm casting, I can say what I see. I play pretty shit, but but the point of casting a game is, you know, I've got you know, the God's perspective basically and see everything. So it's also very easy to say it, and I'm not stressed and fighting for promotion or anything. Yeah, and then the vehicles go down here on the road because of the Tiger. Eight minutes left. Now, Bumblebeepotatoe really needs to grab 3 flags. But it is unlikely to happen. T-34 obviously quite nice in the town fights. But going down to the Wolverine here. Puck 38. Good micro here. Kangaroo going down. The kangaroo is being used very passively. The IFVs, all these IFVs went down. There's supplies here, but where's it shooting at? Yeah, over there with lots of range. It's going for the Panzer instead of this. I don't know why. Even if the Panzer goes down, what's the benefit? There's more units here. And he even sees this Panzer and the Marder and the Tiger. I don't know. It's not even that accurate. Yeah. I want to see the statistics of that. I don't think it'll be amazing. Now the Rifles PR are coming in. Yeah, the 2-inch mortar now in action. That's going to make a difference. Oof. Good shelling of the Bofors. Now after the mortar hit, the Kangaroo rifle should have moved in. Now we see a last desperate Kangaroo push. It's a weird pathing, because they're not going to survive it. I guess the AI did it, because I guess that Bumblebee Potato actually wanted them to go this way, but there's no road here, so that's a bit weird. Now calling in the Bofors is 80 points, and it's not worth it because he needs to grab flags, and he won't grab flags with the AA. Now these need to move in quickly, and they need to push through to right about here. And I think if he microed them and ground target the Sturm Pioneers, it might be possible. But I think it's too late. He would probably now need the double tick. So grabbing 5 flags is very unlikely. Yeah, he redirected it a bit here, but it's very unfortunate. Also, this is very unfortunate pathing. He adjusted it again. A Piat in here would have done wonders. Now, I don't know why he's going for the tanks with the not very accurate mortars. Now we see the push here, and that was presumably the Sturm Tiger. With its third shot. Giving him the flag, giving DJ Spetznasty the flag. Wolverine will go down to the Tiger. I think Tigers are pretty bad because they have a very long reload time, very low rate of fire. And can be, can be side-shotted easily by the 17-pounder. Oh my goodness. But the Sturm Tiger as well, 90mm. Side armor. Must have been damaged already because this deals 8 damage only. Double BF 109. Going for that 17-pounder. Trying to avenge their comrades in the Tiger tank. And Bumblebee Potato managed to break through here, and he could have done that much earlier. He also didn't micro his priests, and they eventually got even picked up by the Schwere Feldhaubitze. And they are now free to shoot at whatever else. Now overwhelming blue forces in the town. Panzerstrike will go down though. SDK said in imminent danger as well. And I think, yeah, Bumblebee Potato could push as much forward as, you know, this flag. But there's no more AT support in the town. Sneaky 6-pounders could have helped quite a bit. And Bumblebee Potato surrenders. But it was a very good game by both players. GG, well played. But here, maybe in particular towards the end, Spetznasty really outtraded Bumblebee Potato. We can't see their stats. You can see his Spetznasty. Yeah, very good win rate actually. And Yeah, not bad, not bad. Used to be a campaign player more or less, and then started playing more multiplayer, I guess. So really good to have new players in the game as well, or not new, but newer players. And let's take a quick look at the chronology. Here you can see the SPW 233s did a hell of a job in the beginning. And here we see lots of red losses already in the center. It was a bad start for red, actually. Continued bad, and I think that's the theme we'll see throughout. Considering the KD. Now this is a good phase for red. Really bad phase for red here again. Lots of losses. I think this was like the push towards the end in the center here. Yeah, and that's the revenge hit against the 17-pounders that killed the Sturmtiger. Sorry, the normal tiger. And here we see, are there any hero units? Yeah, the 6-pounder doing a nice job here. It's not a hero unit, but good. Did a good job. The Firefly. Kangaroo rifles here. The power of the Piat. I think that Bumblebeepotatoe underused the Piats a little bit, but didn't manage to bring them in good enough positions, because they could have had a fighting chance-ish at even like double MG42s, maybe with some support or, you know, outnumbering them, and they would have had a good chance in the town to kill enemy tanks as well. This rifle's Piat was a champ, cleaned house in this final push. Now, yeah, SPWs. 233 doing a good job. The HG, the Panzer Force traded nicely. The microed pack here, probably microed. Jagdpanzer, good tool against Commonwealth divisions. Panzer IV doing a good job. The Panzer Force actually performed better than I would have expected. Tiger, Schwere Feldhaubitze. Panzer III is just so good. If you play a division that has Panzer IIIs, bring the Panzer IIIs for sure. And also micro the APCR. Tiger, Schwere Feldhaubitze, nice kills here as well. Sturmtiger only killing this 117-pounder, actually. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, both players well played. Stick to the game, enjoy it, have fun. It's all about having fun. Stay tuned for more content on my channel. Check out Commander Owl and Attack Cross channels as well. Probably Vulcan HD Gaming as well for more League content, as well as other Steel Division and Warner content. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Until then, bye for now.